was my birthday recently, and I got a few nice gifts, and also some money that I used to get some other stuff. And I thought I could do a haul video and show you mainly the DVDs, CDs, and I got some books as well. That's mainly what people buy me because they know that's kind of what I like. And I thought I'd just show you them today. Just a disclaimer that if this looks like quite a lot of stuff for one birthday, it's not because I'm spoiled or rich or anything. Most of this stuff I got either second hand or on sale. So I was just a bit thrifty, that's all. So I'll start with the DVDs. And the first one is the second Taken film. I actually wasn't that keen on this film when I saw it, but I did like Taken 1 and I've got that on DVD. And I'm a bit of a completionist, so I found this for very little money. It was only a couple of pounds, I think, if that. So I picked it up, and perhaps the extended harder cut will make it a better film, but we'll see on that one. But yeah, that was more of a completionist buy. This was another DVD I found very cheap. Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues. However, I actually did really like this film. When I saw it at the cinema, I thought it perhaps wasn't quite as good as the original, but it certainly came close. And was definitely worth picking up. See the guys here. Yeah, that's a funny film. I recommend that. Next we have some stand-up. I'm a big fan of stand-up comedy. And this is Ricky Gervais' first ever live stand-up show, Animals. I had seen it before, but I couldn't actually remember it, so when I got this DVD I watched it again, and yeah, it's really funny. I would say his other stand-ups are better, particularly Politics and Fame, but this was well worth getting, I think. I'm a big Ricky Gervais fan. I know he can rub some people up the wrong way. I understand that. On to more television now, and I think this is the priciest thing I picked up, and it is the complete series of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So many of you know I'm a big anime fan, and my girlfriend introduced me to Full Metal Alchemist, and we watched both the original series and this one, Brotherhood, and I think we both preferred this one. was better. But I really enjoyed both anyway, and so I wanted to get one. If you're an anime fan and you haven't watched Full Metal Alchemist, I can definitely recommend it. And I think it appeals to people who like all different types of anime, as there's plenty of humour, plenty of fighting, and also a very good story, so it mixes in a lot of different anime elements. On the front cover here, we have the Elric brothers, Edward and Alphonse. I also got Family Guy Season 5. I do really like Family Guy, and a long time ago I started collecting the series one by one, and this was the next one that I needed. There's Stewie there. It says, fasten your seatbelts for another fiendishly futile attempt at world domination for Stewie, and a diaper full of fun for Family Guy fans around the globe. Boasting laughs as big as Peter's waistline, these 14 hilarious episodes from Season 5 find television's most outrageous animated family in all sorts of comically compromising situations, including Chris doing chores for a dirty old man, Meg working as Mayor West's intern, Lois reuniting with her homicidal brother, Ryan attending college, Stewie attacked by a poltergeist, and Peter starting his own religion. And it says, holy crap. On to more British comedy now, and I got season 1 to 5 of Peep Show, and I'm a massive Peep Show fan, and I've been wanting to pick up or start collecting the DVDs for a while now, but I wanted to wait until it's finished, which I only did recently. And I think there's 10 seasons in total, so this is the first half of the show, if you like, and it was actually really cheap. It was something like £6 for these 5 series, so it's pretty good. And it is hilarious. Got Jez and Mark, who are two best friends who are very different. And the unique element of the show is that it's mainly shot from point of view camera shots. And there's also internal monologues that are played over. Yeah, it's really funny though. So moving on now to I don't think that was too loud. Moving on now to music. First of all, we have The Fall of Ideals by All That Remains. And this is a few years old now, this album. Or perhaps a decade old even. And I've been another metal CD now, and it's The New Rain by Born of Osiris. And I was a little disappointed with this one because I thought it was a full-length album, but it is actually only an EP. As you can see, it has 8 tracks, and that means it could be a short album or a long EP, but the tracks themselves are actually quite short, and of total running time only comes to about 20 minutes, so it's definitely just an EP. However, I did kind of pay album price for it, so yeah, I was a little disappointed, but the music itself I like. I don't have a problem with that at all. It's kind of, I suppose you'd call it technical or progressive death metal. Next we have Doolittle by the Pixies, an alternative album. And it was a little bit of a risk getting this for me because although I liked songs such as Debaser and Here Comes Your Man, Monkey Gone to Heaven, I was still more of a casual fan of the Pixies, and after listening to it, I still think I need some time to get into it properly. You may also recognise this album from Springbok ASMR's lyric reading video, where she read lyrics from this record. I'm a big fan of Spring. Next, we go back to metal with Deliver Us by Darkest Hour, and I really like the artwork for this record. And I like Doomsayer and Demons, are my favourite tracks. This is perhaps the best of the metal CDs I bought, and I think it's the oldest as well. It's Slaughter of the Soul by At the Gates, who are from Sweden, and they are generally credited with being the first true metalcore band. And it's really a classic album in terms of heavy metal. I can definitely recommend that if you haven't already heard of these guys. Next we have Adore by Smashing Pumpkins. And Smashing Pumpkins are one of my favourite bands. I have a lot of their other albums, but I'd hesitated on getting this one because it wasn't as well received. However, after listening to it, I do think it's a good record, if not as good as things like Melancholy and Siamese Dream. It's a lot softer, there's very few rock songs on here. It's more alternative influenced. Maybe even a little electronic influenced as well. This is a little sounds with rock and punk and hardcore, and I'm a big fan of it. Got a few of their other albums, and this is definitely up there with the best of them. Particularly like Search Party, Warm Smiles Do Not Make You Welcome Here, and I think my favourite track, Pack of Thieves. So, yeah, Enter Shikari. If you haven't checked them out, go for it. Especially this album, and their debut record, which was called Take to the Skies. Next we have a classic which I'm happy to add to my collection. It is Holy Diver by Dio, and I had most of the songs on this album lying around individually, but I wanted the record itself because it is a metal classic, and it sounds like it as well. It's just an amazing record. Just constant classics. I mean, Holy Diver, Gypsy, Caught in the Middle, Straight Through the Heart, Rainbow in the Dark, which I know Dio himself wasn't a particular fan of that song, but I love it. I think it's a great record. Next we have Idlewild, The Remote Part. I believe they're a Scottish band, or I may be wrong on that. And they kind of play alternative rock, indie rock, nearly. Sort of really good melodies though. The first three tracks are awesome. We got You Held the World in Your Arms, A Modern Way of Letting Go, and American English. The remaining records are all in plastic sleeves because I bought them together at a second-hand shop, and most of the kind of plastic jewel cases were either damaged or filthy, so I took the CDs and booklets out and replaced them with plastic ones. We have Shatterproof Is Not a Challenge by 100 Reasons, Powerage by AC/DC. It's not one of the best records, but it's still very good. We have Take Off Your Pants and Jacket by Blink-182. And if you haven't heard Blink's new stuff with Matt Skiba, I can definitely recommend that. I think it's great. We have Hold Me Down by Yumi at 6, who I'm a bit hit and miss with, to be honest, but this album I did like. I was really surprised by this. This is Alexis on Fire's debut, and I've always liked Alexis on Fire, but for some reason I thought their debut was either was a bit too underproduced or wasn't quite as good or something. I don't know why I thought that though, because I picked this up and it's bloody brilliant. So yeah, I was glad to get that. It's like 20p or something. We have Frank Turner, State Protect Art, and Frank played at the Olympic opening ceremony. If you saw that, he's kind of an acoustic folk singer. was At Night We Live record. One of the newer ones, so I bought this, and it's got some good songs on it, but I definitely think At Night We Live is far superior. We have Billy Talent 2. That's a great record, a step up from their first, which was called Billy Talent. And then lastly we have Year of the Black Rainbow by Creed and Cambria, who are a band that just produce great record after great record. This is no different. There's amazing songs on here, such as Here We Are Juggernaut, Pearl of the Stars I think as well, but I can't remember. It doesn't help they don't have the numbers by the song, that always throws me a little. So lastly, I'm just going to go through some books that I got. I say books, there's a lot of manga. In fact, pretty much all manga and comics. So we have Volume 3 of One Punch Man, featuring Speed of Sound Sonic on the front. And this goes from, let's see, it looks like Saitama doing his hero entrance exam to where did it go up to? I can't tell if this is like canon stuff or not. Yeah, this is all like bonus chapters, so I'm not sure how long it actually goes up for, but yeah. Love One Punch Man. Next we have Volume 7, 8 and 9 of One Piece, and this is still in the East Blue arc, before they hit the Grand Line. We've got Sanji, Luffy and Nami. And I think this mainly deals with Sanji joining the crew. So it starts on the Barati ship. Still on the Barati. Oh, and then it goes into the Arlong stuff. And a lot of flashbacks. It's still in the Arlong stuff towards the end, yeah. Of course I had to pick up a Naruto. And on the front we have the title character, as well as his friend Shikamaru, the manipulator of shadows. And chapter, or volume 12, sorry, goes from, it looks like the Chunin exam arc, where Naruto faces Neji. And it looks like it goes up to when Shikamaru faces Tamari, who, if you followed the manga, and spoiler alert here, he ends up marrying and having kids with. This is something a little less well known now. Ultimo, or Karakuri Toshi. As you can see, this was in part created by Stan Lee, and it concerns, I haven't actually read all of it, from what I can tell from what I have reset, I also got a chapter of, well, 3 chapters, 10, 11, 12 of Full Metal Alchemist, which I'm also collecting as well as getting on DVD. This seems to go from whereabouts are we in the story here? There's a homunculus attack. And it ends with a homunculus attack. That's envy there. So I got volumes 13, 14 and 15 of Bleach, and this is Saraki Kenpachi. Kenpachi Saraki, I don't know. Something like that. Badass dude there. Everyone. Oh man, I can't remember his name. Weak medical dude, let's call him. Where does this come from? Oh, Chad fighting Kiraku. So we're still in the Soul Society arc in this book. And it ends with, looks like a flashback of Rukia and Renji. Ah, and Aizen coming in, yeah, of course, Aizen. Last of the mangas is chapter 5, Attack on Titan. This seems to be where the anime might have ended-ish, with Eren in jail. And, oh yeah, the female Titan, so yeah, that's pretty much where the anime ended. And that's it, so I'm going to say goodbye and all the best, guys.